What up, guys? What up with it? Ty said in the interview, he said he don't expect nothing from nobody, and it seems fake. When the trickery gonna stop? When I know this industry and people trying to play me. See, the mind games of humans still won't stop. The mind, let me tell you what favors when black people don't believe in loving each other. 9/11, I say this, 9/11 could have been voted. It could have been voted. I don't want to talk about that when we can't watch out for the spirit and show love for each other. I don't want to talk about that stuff. Why black people call names out while white and team up against personalities. Now we talk a good game. You talk about no favor when my black people want to talk down in the business of Walmart. How we supposed to understand? Let me tell you something. God said there's still people out in this world that can fight for something greater and not just give up because of other people's opinion. So what the government is a way that we can fight things when we come together. The negativity that you stand for, I don't understand. I didn't get this far by giving up. I had great teachers around me, had a great job at 14 and 15 years old in Carrollton, Texas. I had great everything around me. I didn't get this far by giving up in life. You think I'm gonna let a little couple of black people in the streets and Governor Abbott, because his opinion stop me the way he thinks? That love is not out there, that people don't care no more of what you think? You have to watch out for the mindset and the spirit of others. You have to watch out for those things and feel the spirit of others. Watch the enemy. Those things is the qualifications of it. But if we come together, nobody can beat us. Because the non-believers are amongst the believers, and they want to, and our government want to give it to them. They want to give it to them. What love you talk about when you have hate? I don't have hate. I have love. I don't care if I get hurt 1,000 times. My heart would never die. It would never go cold. And that's the thing I want him to know. I don't care if I get hurt 1,000 times. I would never let this world break me and stop me from being happy and true purpose in life. I would never stop that. I would never take my anger or feel like I can't wake up in the morning happy and play like I ain't happy. No, never those things or with those meanings that you say with y'all. I always watch MTV Cribs. And every time I watch MTV Cribs, Birdman always put his house on his mansion. Put his Bible on his mansion going into his house. God said, we ain't coming to lose. Yeah, the world is tough. The world is tough, but we gotta get it how we get it, and we have to find work. I took my son into the neighborhood, and I told my son this: you can have everything everybody else have, but you have to strategize different. You have to put your money when they want to go buy candy and spend their money on $1,000 game and a TV. They want us to spend our money on those things. They want us to spend our money on $1,000 where we don't figure out how it works. They want us to go buy candy every time. They want us to go to the club every Friday night. They want us not to see our work. They want us just to spend time, celebrate every Friday, and going out Saturday and Sunday, and going to a bar, going to a McDonald's, spending your money over and over on foolishness. You see, they take our value for granted. Our own government take our own value for granted. Our own president and the people that's in these business that own $1 million company take our value for granted. Why should I give up? It's not fake. Everything that you do is not fake. Trust me. You have to do the research of it. You have to do your research. Knowledge is power. But you're trying to take that with Yellow Breeze and Dallas and them, and everybody think they can keep up with me. I see the tendency in the spirit. Let me tell you, If our people in America keep their minds open, even when they driving their car, keep their minds open on humans, 9/11 can always be avoided. But you choose not to do that. You choose not to understand the bigger purpose in life. You choose to do that. Let me tell you something. When my phone broke, that's a favor my teacher gave me. Okay? When Church in the City gave me $40, 90, that was a favor. That was a favor on God when Church in the City gave me that. That was a favor on God. When Church in the City gave me that in my community, a lady came, that was a favor on God. That was a favor that we can't understand. But what can we do when we come together when all our eyes is against us? When they don't want us to love, when they don't want us to understand each other. And our government got to play a part of it. They have to play a part of it because they participating in it. They ain't for God like they said they are. They are participating in it. It's the psychiatry of mind games in the human organizations. And they just playing the part because they got societies voting for those things. The difference between what you're talking about, I don't have that problem. I'm gonna tell you, Grizz took me to NASCAR. What that mean? He paid for that, right? He paid for that, right? Grizz, the same man that don't got the same color as skin in me, he learned how to accept me. He took me to the corporate office across the street, right? He took me places with him, right? When I met this guy named Earl, he took me to this house over there by Brookhaven Nursing Home in this apartment down the street by Creekview towards Brookhaven Nursing Home, and I helped them out and met some people over there by Brookhaven and over there by Baylor Sky Hospital. When Earl, I don't understand those parts when we instead of facing these things. We are not meant to fall. I think it's to lift our friends up when we trying to fall and keep us together. It's manipulation in this world, and half the percent of Americans are doing it in this American world. What love that when you can tell your American people to open up their mind and their spirit. What the definition of those things you speak of and the understanding that you speak in. It wasn't planned. You think it was planned, but if one person would have stepped up and said, "I can't do this," what that means? The love of God is in them. But if you teach hate and teach understanding, what's the things of those qualifications that you speak of or what you say? Let me tell you something. Each person I got a kind of, oh, I had sex with most of them without any money. But if I know what a person going through and they struggling, what the sense for that? What the sense for those things? When this world is hard, then you even understand. What the sense the heart is hard when people want to control, our government want to tear us down. But also, don't act like it just our government plays a part. It the people plays a part of it. All of y'all got domination control and mindset control. You say you're gonna take my soul. The only person that got my soul is God, and you can't have it. You can't have it. That's the difference from that. That's the difference from that. You can't have it. I shut off on you before you even get a try. I see your mind. I see your spirit. And God see it before you even can, right? The identification of you humans does not understand the qualification. God know you before you even came out the womb. He know every move that you know before you know it. He know who you with. He know everything that you with. He knows everything before you know it. God said, I tell your loved ones I'm in my heavens sleeping, but they don't know my spirit have left the heavens into my heart is pure. I always know when my heavens have been tampered with. I see out of everybody that believes in me. Anywhere you go, I'm watching, God said. T.I., anywhere you go, I'm watching. And God said, I sit 1,000 feet away from my gate. I got an angel on the left and an angel on the right. And there's 20 of you here standing by my gates while you're alive in your body. They are standing behind each other. I don't need to move you. Just because I'm 1,000 feet away from my gates, I know you before you even know you came out your womb. I know you. But the difference to those things is, if you give up on people, you just got to find the people and keep your head straight on the road. The thing is, if I say if I own a mansion or whatever, and I have 20 women that stay in my house, the main thing I have to tell them to keep their mind open, keep their mentality open, and they have to trust nobody coming to the kingdom. One thing a woman gonna have is security, and every house in the room will be good. All of those things, you got computers, you got school, you don't have no reason to get in between those things or what you're trying to do. But the team up of domination, how can you understand it? Intimidation, if a woman don't know how to go her own way and being dominated by 20 other of intimidation, how can you understand those things or the freakishly in that on those things? The understanding of those keys. I've been dealing with a lot of weak women. I want somebody that's strong that can understand the weight, that can understand it, that can get it. DJ Khaled said, "You find damn right I'll be happy." But we have to understand the meaning of those things, or the concept of it. Right in those things. How can we understand those things and those qualifications? So you talk about something where, okay, Nelly had a job, Soldier Boy had a job, but it's about what you do with the money you have and how do you spread it and get where you're trying to go. I cut grass at Farmers Branch. I did a lot of those things to stay out of trouble. At 14 and 15 years old, I was going to colleges and going to thrift stores and going to those things, what that is. If these kids are not maintained like you, which you're talking about, and don't know how to put their money and assets and what those things is, how can you understand the principle of what we are talking about here? I didn't have time to go. You think I had time to go hang out with people like that? Nah, I didn't have time. But you think I get paid every Friday at 14? I'm getting a paycheck every Friday. And sometimes I will save 5 or 6 checks. Every Friday is about what you do or what you have. I go buy mics and me and Mirza run out of mic. And we need to do those things. We we got so many memories. We made Rice Krispies with each other, cook with each other, instead of being with the outside world all the time. I told Ricky, the worst thing we did in our friendship is letting people get between us. And he had to understand that. He had to understand letting the outside world that don't understand us, me and you, Sabine, and them, letting the outside world that don't understand us. That what caused us. That's what split us up. That's the understanding of what you're saying or what those mean. But the world means you got to expand. You got to connect. You got to get to know new people. And that's the bad thing about it in the connection. We can have different situations, but we don't know how to stick together For we don't have to have the same situation. We can win together and stay on top together. This thing of this at the High Boys at BG and Juvenile when they went to jail when they split up. What Cash Money still would have been standing. At BG, Hot Boy Turk was in that domain. Can the Hot Boys would have been on top, right? And we have to understand that everybody had their own situations. But you can't talk about life when those things are not being those given to you, and you can't talk about those things. Because if you don't go off to the good time, you're going to have hatred. You're going to have understanding if you don't remember good times. I just told a friend, Samantha, I didn't get a chance to talk to Sabina, but I just told her, Samantha, remember the good times we had with each other, with friends. Remember the good times we had with each other. Don't let the enemy destroy us because they can't find moments to understand with each other. And that's the most important goal, that the dynamic of those things of what you're talking about in those format plans. How can you understand something and the thing is bigger than what you understand? Those things can't be questioned by measure or any example. You keep your eyes on the spirit and the mindset from a distance. God said, I don't have to be facing you to see when you're deceiving me. But people in those things, stop saying they were playing. That's your theory. That's everybody's theory. That's your theory, what it is. But can you care more to understand? You have hatred to understand it. You don't want to love each other. You don't want to show happiness with each other. You don't want to wake up in a peaceful. But what things you're solving in life, and by Trump doing what he did, what problem he's solving in life? What are those things he's solving in life to understand it? When Governor Abbott sided with his people over his tax dollar, this is a cool. Now, let me tell you something. You know when I used to go to work at Walmart every night? Me and Vaughn had our problems, but let me tell you something. When I used to go to Walmart, I want you to know something. I used to go to Walmart every night, and people would tell me, Yvonne would tell me, and I'm going to tell you what she used to tell me. And I'm going to let you exactly know what she used to tell me. Only the strongest survive in this business. You never let nobody take your happiness and what you want out of life. So let me tell you something. God gave me a memory when Dallas knew they was wrong. And when they put me in that suicide tank because they racist self, they want to let me out. And I had to stand in that suicide tank with that thing. I remember all the things I remember. And even though me and Sabina don't talk anymore, all I remember us hugging each other in the cold. Putting our hands around each other when we were teenagers. I put my hand around her jacket and she put my hand around my jacket and we hug each other in the cold as kids. And those things doesn't matter what life that you say you understand those principles. This is about merism, ain't knowledge. This you talking about things before you. Let me tell you, I know the stunt that all y'all was gonna put. You see this tattoo right here? Sabina said, wait till we be together. But I didn't just get this tattoo for her. I got it because of my legacy. Because 1 year ago, about 8 years ago, I was at Maria's house and a fake friend texted him and said he uses everybody. He talks the phone, right? So I had to understand those matters of what you're talking about. I already know what you was going to pull. You and Dallas was going to pull it. And that same girl off of MO3 and y'all in South Dallas off of MO3, that Facebook page, and they know South Dallas, that black woman with her dumb self know exactly what I'm talking about. But you got to know something. Sabina, after y'all put that stunt and Mirza say what he said, Sabina tried to call me, but Sabina can't. Just because me and Sabina handle our issues does not mean you can speak for Sabina could speak for Mirza when he ain't acknowledged. You can play this game if you want to play. I know every industry. I don't care what you're talking about. It's not an illusion. Whatever you're talking about, that mindset, trust me. If you think it's an illusion, we can play this in the courtroom, partner. You and these Dallas and all of you. All of these lying ass niggas with Yellow Breezy and Boosie lies and his corruption, his deception. People only see his point of views. What about everybody else? The one you team up on in the domination rule of what you say? I ain't trying to. Let me tell you something. I don't want to be remembered as Martin Luther King, as an activist, and none of those things. God said my blessing's going to come, and it's going to come. And you can believe that. Ain't no way around it. Like the future, a hoe going to be a hoe, killer going to be a killer. But a God going to be a God, and America going to be America. And we going to win. You hear me? That's no question asked. That's no question asked. Your illusion don't matter to me. You can stick my heart with 1,000 needles. You can't kill it. You can't kill it at all. Your illusion don't matter to me. What you think, you give up on the world. You give up on things that you no longer understand. You give up on those things, the universe. That's what you give up on. I don't give up on it. I understand it. Yes, we see mindset behavior. You know, when I was in Walmart, I was sitting outside the deli and I was working. And I said out loud, and I'm watching the 6 employees from outside the deli, and I'm facing the deli. And I said out loud, Jessica should think before she hired people. And that customer came and told me, you right? You right, the mindsets. What's the difference between those things or what when we gotta get along with personality and different mindset? How can you understand that? The love that you speak in, you give up on it, but I don't give up on it. I just gotta know who to hang out with and know who the differences is. People never liked me because I move different. I've always did things different in my life. But what you say, they have no witnesses, they have no proof, they have no understanding. It's not an illusion. You try to play it. If you pick up your books, that's the main thing. And that's the main thing. Dallas, you know what Dallas told me? Don't believe everything you pick up in the book. When your God is in this rap industry trying to rap you out your advance. How can I understand that? How can I understand what you're talking about? Anything is illusion? Yeah, I know. My thing is to keep my mind focused. You think I'm worried about that? I know you coming down here, right? I know your fans and everybody that supports you. I know you coming down here, right? So when people call me out of my name, stupid in Dallas, and call me retarded, God said I'm going to show them what we can do. But I don't want a black man trying to take something from me in Dallas because they pick their sides. And they pick Yellow Breezy and Trap Boy Freddy and MO3 and all, and they still picking side these people. And Governor Abbott picking their side over God. What you mean about that? And then these kids, what are you fighting for when Governor Abbott don't fight for them? When they go against the grain, and I ain't a bad guy. Governor Abbott think I'm a bad guy. Because his rules with his social racist business and his rules. That's what he think that I'm a bad guy. But all I have did is tried to do God, and the business disrespected that. We ain't playing by his rules, about racist Walmart rules and businesses. Let me tell you what I did. I want to let you know on a little secret. I filed the civil rights complaint on the state of Texas, on every industry. And I filed it on the Justice Department and the White House and the Supreme Court. So if the people have a problem with me fighting for what I believe in, Governor Abbott will lose in the courtroom, and he will lose in the Supreme Courtroom. Either way, if I don't win in the courtroom, he will lose in the Supreme Court. It doesn't matter how many numbers. In my 14th Amendment, it doesn't matter when he had a chance to do right. Those are the things that had a chance to do. You know, my teacher taught me about the legislative branches and the different branches, right? At Newman Smith High School, right? I studied Governor Abbott, man. I studied all of them. I studied all of them, Capitol Hill. I learned about them in school. I learned about all of them at Newman Smith. Why you think I know where to go when it's time to face the lying pieces of shit and DallasMedia and the Democrats? Why you think I know where to go? I gave a Trump the chance to hear me. You know what he said? I love uneducated people. No, when I messaged the Justice Department, you still did wrong. So let me tell you something. Me suing the Justice Department should give me all I want and from them, right? I gotta have a government that can give me what I want, right? Since the Justice Department let that lying piece of crap, Governor Abbott and the mayor, and do that, right? So if I'm kind of suing the Justice Department, I should get what I want, right? Right? In my institution of law, by letting the mayor and Trump with their lies and having the Thurman in there in 2019, right? And doing me what they did me twice, right? And then Governor Abbott put his racist community and society. Go ahead with that, man, when people teaming up on mindsets. How can we have understanding and we turn the finger? We don't know how to show love. It's not fake. What you think is not fake. I put my song into that little copy and paste bar. You see, what are you talking about here? What are you talking about here? What are you talking about, T.I.? Oh, you got to really do your math with it. You know what Snoop Dogg said? He said, everybody start getting a foundation. I can help you out more. What do you mean by that, T.I.? When he told his homies, what do you mean by that, T.I.? What did he mean about that, T.I.? If you want to play them, you pick so. What did he mean by that, T.I.? Now, we're going to talk right fast, guys. I want T.I. to hear me right fast. What did he mean by that, T.I.? T.I., if you want to play this game with me, come on, man. What did he mean? What Snoop Dogg mean by that? I want you to educate yourself. What did T.I. mean by that? I need him to hear me. What did he mean by that, T.I.? Don't play with the game and y'all trying to manipulate y'all way. Peep the game. See, I'm from New Orleans. I grew up on Baller Block and watching Bloody Money. Come on, man. And you trying to turn me away from my knowledge and my books? But Boosie gonna lie and try to cover up and get me in trouble because he don't want to be caught in his lie when him and the community did. With those things that you so care. Look, man, you live in an illusion, partner. You need to wake up and get around some better people. Everything you say, I ain't trying to hear that, man. That's not what I'm about at the end of the day. I will live in peace and harmony, and the world won't take that away from me. Trust me, not an illusion. But you willing to, that little nigga Yellow Breezy and Boosie think he can just get away with it and Trap Boy, Freddie, and MO3 people. You got a better thing, and everybody in every state just think they can just get away with it. That ain't happening, partner. I asked Joe Biden for a favor. I asked him for a favor. And God said, whoever get in office, I want him to see if he's going to do that favor. Put everybody to death. I know it's in that computer, homie. I know it's in that computer, homie. Don't play me, man. But communities play this game, but they don't want to invest. If a black person, well, if I invested, but they invest in certain individuals, they're not in the news. I can, whatever I can tell you, I can give myself a raise if I want to. But I can, hey, it's just the figure of my speech. If you playing word play, right? If you playing mind games, right? If you playing mind games, right? If you playing it right, if you doing what you doing right, if you can play the mind games and how you dip from the different opinion around it. One thing my mama told me, always keep a roof over your head. But people will try to disconnect those things and make you feel like you alone because they so busy following. Half a percent of Americans can fan on somebody because the mindset of a woman is picky and understanding that. But I told him if a man have a kid, let me tell you one thing. If I have a 20 baby romantic, I ain't trying to control anybody. But it's your job to keep your king happy. It's to show love to your king. It's to understand those things. But if you don't, if 20 women standing, they can walk out at any time. But when they walk out, I will close down house and find a woman that's somewhere else without the states. Find a woman that's going to understand these things of a man and understand the principle of what you're talking about in those things. So God said, how can you understand those moments? How can you understand those moments in those formats? The main thing I tell a woman, if I'm standing there with 20 women and they got cars all in the thing, keep your mind open. Don't let nobody manipulate you and get to you. Healing, they gotta heal first to understand it. You gotta heal, you gotta put everything, get away from them. I'm not happy with it, and I still understand it. It always got, hey, you laughing. You ain't a friend when you got that smiley face on you. You ain't a friend when you got that smiley face on you. I better see this cheek, mouth closed. So we can never give up on each other when we want it the most and we want it with God. How can you understand those things and we want it with God? T.I., I've been a fan since Rubber Band Man. And you played with one of my favorite actors, one of my other favorite actors off of Ant-Man, the character. He played in another movie when he played in the high school. He played as a in a thing. But I actually seen the guy that played in this high school movie. He had a little girl, a little twin like her. I said, if they make a part two of that, man, that would be something, man. What I'm gonna tell my grandkids. I'm calling him. Oh man, we all love that movie. And the jet skis, she was trying to impress that she was gonna change. And she started taking the jet skis. One of the guy plays on Rookie of the Year. He plays in this movie off of Rookie of the Year, Cracker Jacks, when he tried to sell a kid to the New York to the New York thing. And he said, crack, you the bigger thing. So he plays when he's in the living room and they go on school and she gets stopped. So he had to come and get her. And those things. In those things, in those formats. Yeah, man. Yeah. So the love of God, how can we understand it? But our enemies watching as they go. And Yellow Breezy get to stand here in position like the little piece of crap that he are. And Boosie get the lie. I promise you, I'm going to get what's coming to me. I promise you that. I don't care about your illusion. I don't care what you say. I promise I'm going to get what's coming to me. And I don't care how long it takes. That is a promise. Because what we don't give to, we don't give up on each other. And God don't give up on us. When we believe in a higher power, that's something that's greater than we ever understood. So how can we understand that? God said, I will get what's coming to me. And I will. This will be the last battle. You see, when that Ticket to Work program went to Walmart and they said I couldn't do it. And then Walmart said they didn't need my help again. That was the second time. But I'm going to show them what I can do. This moment now, this moment forward, when I step out my door, I'm putting my foot into the future. But everything I do now, God said we don't need Walmart. The black people need them because they scared to go after what they want in life. They scared to be independent. They scared to go out there and dream, so they hypocrites and give it other. No, they scared. But I don't want these people to play me like they understand those matters. God said you're gonna know when the spirit is right for you, when a woman. The mindset and the spiritual behavior is the most important thing. See, my teacher at Newman Smith, I had a classmate that one of my friends was on the news, but I had another classmate that couldn't speak. He had a hole in his throat and couldn't speak. So I would sit down there and ask my teacher what he's saying. Miss Chastity would say, I need you to come get up, and I want you to step 15 feet. I want to watch his head, watch his eyes, watch his lips, the way he move his hand, watch his hand gesture, and watch all of it. I was learning the body language of the human, the body motions of those things. Those are the things of the combo of the situation of those things. I had an evaluation did. And this evaluation was at Newman Smith High School, CFP. This is a true story, and this is a true story. And after this evaluation, I had these blocks and I had all of these things. It said I'm no good at my hands. I really didn't pay attention to it. Then they asked me, do you care about what goes on in the world? I said, yeah. And then she got mad. We can't change what goes on in the world. And then she asked me, do you supposed to believe you're supposed to be with somebody? I said, yeah. And she said, and she got mad at that. And you know what she said? The difference between that? I said to myself, they wanted to live in the moment. I wanted to plan in the moment. The world that we are in, the plan the moment, plant the foot plan. And then this girl, Dolores. I'm going to tell you, I was just telling Billy's sister. What happened between Dolores and him. Like, he tried to sit on my girl tried to sit on his lap. He said, I ain't gonna let you play him like that. Because I ain't gonna let you play him like that. So she don't talk to Billy because Billy did that. Like I told Billy, I know Billy. Me and him must have our difference, But I know Billy. And he have his little way. Billy been like that. Billy been non-talkative. That's just the way he is. He be in his own world sometimes. That's just how Billy is most of the time. That's just how he is. And he called me out of my name. I be calling him out his name. We didn't did that before. So these things, why cannot we plan in the moment? Why cannot we plan in the moment? I don't worry about an illusion because my mind stays focused. You can't fool God, and God see right through the laughs, the behaviors, and all of those things is. But I can guarantee that I'm gonna get what I want, T.I. You know how you doing that? Because Governor Abbott and Trump not gonna let that blueprint leave America for your career to be gone. Your culture of your hip hop and everything that you do. They didn't sign the deal, and you don't even know it. It depends on how they're gonna act. And I don't want nothing to do with Texas. You think I want something to do with them? After that courtroom and Governor Abbott got more problems than he do. Why do you think other states offered to me the other senator asked me to come to the other states? Because you know Governor Abbott is a low down piece of crap. Miss Nancy Pelosi and all the rest of them asked me. You think you know everything that was going on? Even your senator in your state asked me to come, right? If Texas can't get it right, right? Governor Abbott messing up right now. His line self messing up right now with his people right now, right? That how you think you was being watched? They know all the time they was down here. So, come on. At boozing on the line, do the math. Trump was down here. Do the math, man. Do the math, man. Look at it. Do the math around here. Let me tell you, when I'm in a relationship, I see no other woman. I haven't seen men in person against the world. The only image I got is her. And they gonna get mad because I turned off my person. They gonna get mad because I don't give them those things. You understand those things. What's the things of what those things is? But I will not quit. I will not give up. I met a lot of good people on the way. I don't know what is valuing you in. I met some good people. And I ain't giving up on those things. I didn't make it this far by giving up. I didn't make it this far. I don't know what environment y'all in, man. That's not the way we roll. Even when I was in New Orleans, I had a candidate in Mary Gill, some free nachos, my neighbors, and we just having a good time. Never those things in which you talk about. Nobody can never really take me serious in New Orleans because I had like the Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Everybody used to get on my case and tell my ass to stay out of trouble. So it like wasn't serious as it was. You know, they used to get on, boy, you act like the boy, you need to stop you getting on that fence and acting like the Rock. I used to just act like a wrestler more. And they used to get on my case because I used to rock bottom people and do stuff like that, get on the fence. I remember one of BG's family members told me to stay our badass out of trouble. I'm going to the studio. And we used to play, I used to always get into rock bottom of girls and stuff. I used to be a big wrestler. So it's good when you see The Rock do it. Like, yeah, people used to get like, and me, and like I was asked the year before last, 3 years ago, about 4 years ago, Darlene, we grown up now, and Kenta Bay and them in New Orleans and Plucky, and I had it on my other Facebook, and she said, I'm gonna start cracking jokes on everybody. Tell me who won it, and I said, Darlene, I won it. And she said, hold up. Well, you smell what The Rock cooking looking at you? I said, hold up. I said, Darlene actually said that in New Orleans. And Bebe Plucky and other people in New Orleans, like literally. He said, you smell what The Rock is cooking looking at. But we in with all of those things. We in all of those things that people so call, we just better in every direction that we are in and how we do things in life. So those are the concept of the mindset that I am in. I just gotta watch out for people, man. That's the mindset. Happiness. I got a lot of meditation to do, but I got a lot of peace. I'm on this road. I don't have time for it. I'm gonna do your 7, 8, or 9, or 10, or 11. Look, look, Ti. Why you don't tell your kid? Ask your kids to paint their room, do some stuff like that. Have a good instead of getting other people to do stuff. Stay scripted. If I don't imagine, we're gonna paint our room, we're gonna clean. I don't want to do all that, man. We're gonna actually have some fun. Board games, doing all of those things. It's so much damn doing that. There's so much things that I can do with my Uno Monopoly. Shit, man. Like the thing that people don't know, I like that. I like to watch people play chess, and it might take me 30 times to watch you to actually get it. But I'm scoping it, and I'm scoping the scene. So when people act like you don't know, no, I'm watching. I'm trying to observe so I can study the kids. It's not just about studying you doing chess. It's about studying the world. So when I see you making moves, I'm studying the world also. I'm just tired of people underestimating me and questioning relationships. Well, I didn't have it out with my Walmart co-workers and stuff. I didn't have it out with them about the dating and oh, you dated that. I didn't have conflict with the problem here. People from South Dallas that worked at 12, 16. I didn't have a lot of conflict with a lot of black women about, but they don't show no interest. But they want to be picky with every man. I'm like, come on, man, I'm winning over there. I've always won.